Everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of In My Bag. It's your boy Stu, stay finessing, always rapping. You see who's in the background. Shout out Mamba, shout out LBJ, shout out Magic, Laker Nation in the background. Let's highlight the game real quick before we get into it. What's good, TJ?
Yo, what it do? What it do? It's your boy TJ919 holding it down. I don't like that background, Stu. I can't hold it back. We've been absent, so we about to turn up on Monday. Take LeBron out the background. What's happening, fellas? What's happening?
What's good with you, Ma? Know what? Most of it all. My bad.
Ma don't know shit.
Man, it's your boy Ma. Know most of it all. And after I battle who you got coming, I'm gonna show you how to ball. Let's roll.
Okay. Beanie Drew, Diddy Ma.
Hey, it's your boy Beanie Drews. Checking in case we ain't had no game, so not really a lot for me to be excited about. But I'm glad we back, boys.
With that being said, we want to appreciate all the love you guys showing. Make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get in our bag. We got a couple of things to talk about, so let's talk about it. Recap of the team games for this week. Rams versus Packers is what we started with. Packers take the dub 36-28. Matthew Stafford, 21-38, 302 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick and a fumble, which is key. Aaron Rodgers, 28-45, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. TJ, what was your big time takeaway for this game?
For your team?
Either one, your choice.
I think the Rams have hit that wall. I wouldn't say that you can count them out yet, but I just think they better figure it out soon, or they not gonna make it far in the playoffs this year. I think they got to get it together. And I'm pointing the finger at Stafford. You the quarterback. When y'all was hot and rolling, it was because, we got Stafford hot. Now y'all done added Von Miller. Y'all add Odell, so y'all load up even more. Now that y'all done hit that wall, who are y'all? I want to know who y'all pointing the finger at as a fan.
I'm going to answer that question in a minute, TJ. Let me go ahead. Well, you know what? I'm going to answer the question now. I'm definitely pointing the finger at Matthew Stafford and the offense as a whole. But I will say this. The O-line has to be better. The O-line definitely has to be better. They have to do a better job of protecting him. He's been rushed in the pocket, kind of similar to what we've seen with Mahomes those first couple of games, how he was always scrambling, how he always had to throw on the run. He needs better protection. But at the same time, I believe it's 5-6 turnovers in the past 3 games, which all resulted in losses. The biggest takeaways I came from that game, especially when it comes to my team, because it hurt me the most. It hurt me the most to say this. But 2 fumbles and a pick 6. We didn't have a pick 6 in the past 2 games. 3 games. Excuse me. That's insane. Special teams. Turnovers, people bobbling the ball, a crucial 4th down stop that we needed, 3rd down stop that we needed, only for them to go punt. We get a holding call, and now it's 1st and 5, and they in the red zone. It's crazy. Also, takeaways from this game for me, time of possession. We had the ball for 20 minutes. They had the ball for 39, and I talked about it. You have to have the football in your hands to get a chance. If they're dominating the time of possession because of stupid calls and because we're not converting on those 3rd downs, of course we're going to be getting slumped. We're going to be getting slapped. Matthew Stafford has to start taking better care of the ball, and I think he needs to go through his options better. There was a couple of times where he underthrew Odell, not underthrew, but threw it behind him, where Odell just had to simply make a good catch. I believe he finished the game with 5 receptions, 80+ yards, and a touchdown. So he had a pretty decent game. And honestly, if you look at the passing, Matthew Stafford didn't play that bad as far as his completion rating and as far as it was just the turnovers, basically. You got to hold on to the ball. That's really starting to piss me off. But I'm going to go ahead and go to Maul. what do you think the struggle is with the Rams offense?
They're trying too hard to get Odell implemented into the game. They're still trying too hard to put Odell a big centerpiece of that offense. Cooper Kupp is the centerpiece of that offense, and they need to stick to it. Odell should just be an added piece. And I want to talk about the Rams, but I want to touch more on the Carolina game because we got beat by the Dolphins.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that.
Something ain't right about that. But when it comes to the Rams, they just need to bring Odell slowly into it. And your main focus should be Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp got you where you are. Stick to that. And just bring Odell in slowly. I seen that they was trying to force it. Odell did get a touchdown, but it still seemed forced. And you don't want to force things against Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. That's the last thing you want to do.
I will say this, though. I do believe that the reason that they were trying to implement him so much into the offense so soon is because of the injury that happened to Robert Woods. Obviously, I believe he's gone for the remainder of the season. ACL injury. But teams were already starting to double down on Cooper Kupp, and his presence was already being known around the league. And that's why Robert Woods started to get more targets than what he was originally getting as well. Once they started implementing him into the offense, but then you get Robert Woods that goes down. Now teams are still eyeing Cooper Kupp. They still making sure that his presence is known on the field. So now Odell Beckham and Van Jefferson really have to make some catches. But Tyler Higbee, please catch the ball. Please catch the ball. I done seen you drop 3 passes last night. And on top of that, you had one. That's why I say I can't put a lot of it on Matthew Stafford, because Tyler Higbee had catches hitting him in the hands that he's bobbling for pick sixes. Come on, man. You got to get that together, bro. You got to get
trying.
He was trying, but trying is what gets you the Detroit Lions record. I don't need that. But, Drews, I'm going to come to you. This is in regards to Green Bay. Well, Aaron Rodgers in particular, but has he done enough to put himself into the MVP conversation?
I feel as if Aaron Rodgers was always in the MVP conversation. He was talking about it at the beginning of the season when they got waxed, first game of the season. And I know that nobody in the right mind would put that piece of information input it into the MVP conversation, but we was doing it already. And it just happens that now Green Bay has the best record in the NFC, best record in the NFL, I think, as a whole. And they have they have the possibility of clinching the 1 seed if, the Cardinals end up losing, and a whole bunch of other stuff got to happen. But I think it is safe to say that we can input, if you haven't already, we can input Aaron Rodgers into the MVP conversation. But I want to get on these Rams because I feel like I'm going to take a little bit of what TJ said and I'm going to take a little bit of what Maul said and put it together. Because, Stu, you kind of hit on that. You said you can't blame Matthew. You can't put all the blame on Matthew Stafford. And I agree with that. But Stafford is the quarterback. He's the one out there leading the offense. He is the general out there. And Cooper Kupp, Odell, Van Jefferson, they need to get it together. Because I think with Robert Woods out, teams are going to double down on Cooper Kupp. They're going to be eyeing Odell too. Why not just give it to Van Jefferson on a jet sweep or get him running slants over the middle, or even hell, give Odell slants over the middle. The boy like to run slants and put it in front of him. I saw a lot of the passes last night that Matthew Stafford was throwing were behind his receivers. And I was watching the game and I was like, all he has to do is put it in front of the receiver, and I guarantee you he catches it and he gets a good 5-6 yards after the catch. Easily. But nothing really else can be said. The game is over. The Rams lose. The Packers win. The Rams probably move down, or they still at the 5 seed in the playoff picture right now. And Green Bay is sitting at what, 2, possibly 1, depending on what happens next week with the Cardinals. And I'm pretty sure the Cardinals are coming to SoFi, or maybe the Rams are going to Arizona. I don't know. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a must see.
We play them boys in Arizona, so it's definitely going to be a tough game, especially with this 3-game losing streak that we are currently on. It's going to be a fight. Just like you said, though, Matthew Stafford, ball's been thrown behind. I really feel like a decent part of that is our O-line because he is getting pressured, it seems like, every single down. He doesn't have much time to throw, but that's no excuse because I've been seeing quarterbacks do it. So you don't get held to a different standard. You need to get it together, Matthew Stafford, and we need to get this offense rolling again. Still Ram Nation, but we got to do better. We're going to move on to our next game, though. Panthers versus Dolphins. Dolphins took the win 10-33. Cam Newton, 5 for 21, 92 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks. Tua, 27-31, 230 yards, 1 touchdown. And the rookie, Jalen Waddle from Bama, had a nice performance, 9 receptions, 137 yards, 1 touchdown. I'm going to come to you first, Drews. Does a win like this one solidify Tua as the quarterback for the future of the Dolphins?
I think if Tua can stay healthy, because I know preseason and beginning of the season, even before now, Tua was injured, or he played a couple games, had injury, he was out for a couple games, and then he kind of slowly came back. I think it was the last game or the game before Jacoby Brissett got injured and put Tua in the game, and Tua, I think, kept it close or won the game. I can't remember. But I think if Tua can stay healthy, Tua is the quarterback for the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins need to go get a quarterback in this next draft. It's not the draft for quarterbacks anyways, in my opinion. But I think the Dolphins really need to give Tua a chance. They need to stick with the core that they have in Tua, Waddle, and Gaskin, and who else? I think their tight end that they got. They need to stick with them, ride it out with them, see what they can do, especially, in the AFC. They can still come out of the AFC. They still have an opportunity to come out the AFC. Do I think they could do it? Probably not. But they still have a chance. But a healthy Tua, and things might turn around for the Dolphins in a big way.
A couple years from now, probably.
Anybody got anything they want to comment on that? Anybody?
I do.
I'm going to say no to Tua because you got to think, Tua's okay. I will agree with Drew. You're going to have to go get another quarterback. I think the Dolphins are going to have to find that elite quarterback to keep up because they didn't take the Patriots. They lost Tom Brady. They reset with Mac Jones real quick. Everybody counted the Patriots out, and now they're sitting on the top of that division. And if I'm not mistaken, a couple weeks ago, Stu was saying, "Oh, the Patriots suck. They suck." Look at them boys now. They on top of their division in the AFC. And just because Buffalo has fallen off, don't mean Buffalo is still not a good football team. I do not think Tua and that roster can keep up with Bill Belichick, Mac Jones and those Patriots, and Josh Allen and the Bills. I think they're going to need another quarterback.
In my opinion, Bill Belichick is the greatest coach of all time. Bill Belichick runs a long sprint. It is not a short race for Bill. It's a long sprint. He was looking at down the line. He was like, I'm going to catch up to you. I think the Bills need to stick with Tua. Like, you're not going to get no better unless you get Deshaun Watson. And it don't look like y'all getting Deshaun Watson unless you trade Tua. And I think his confidence is kind of broken. But for what he did against Carolina, that's our fault. Cam, all those batted balls at the line of scrimmage was ridiculous. I think it was like 3 or 4 getting batted. Like, defensive linemen was turning sideways, sticking their arm out and batting balls. But it was ridiculous. I'm looking at the game like, Cam, what are you doing? The interceptions, it seems like he was, the first game back, he was more caught up in the moment. And now that the moment is gone, he's kind of going back to the regular Cam. We don't need that. We
That
need the
second
Cam
game, he wasn't called it. That second game, he was balling out too now. That was probably his best game.
Yeah, that's kind of that moment spurt. Like those 2 games, he was kind of still in the moment. Now it seems like he's coming back down to earth ever since that Redskin loss. Not Redskins, my bad. Washington football team. Seems like he came back down to earth and he's starting to slow down a little bit. They had to put PJ Walker in there. He didn't do any better, but it was already garbage time. We was hurting. And it was the batted balls at the line of scrimmage that was killing us. And Cam looked confused. Like, why they keep batting these balls? You keep throwing it real low, Cam. That was the problem.
So I was going to ask this question for TJ. Well, matter of fact, I'm going to keep this for TJ. But do you think it'll be a fight for that starting position once Sam Darnold returns?
No, Sam is done. Sam is done. He's done.
Yeah.
It's Cam or Walker. And it's going to be for sure, without a doubt, Cam Newton. As long as he's healthy the rest of the season, it's going to be Cam.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was saying as far as like here going forward, y'all going to keep Sam as a backup, or they're going to be looking to get rid of him come this
if the money fit, I will keep him for a backup, worst case scenario, but he's not. No quarterback on our roster this year will be our starter moving forward next year.
Nope.
Okay, so with that being said, Maul, I had this question for you. C-Mac seeming to be a little out of sync post-injury. Obviously, he's coming back off a serious injury. Do you think that he should rest up for this season, or should they continue to push for that wild card spot? I know you said that it was still wild card hopes, but with the way that things have been turning out, it's just that window's getting smaller and smaller. Would you rest C-Mac and allow him to come back fully healthy next year, especially with that revamped defense? Or y'all want to keep playing them and pushing for that wild card spot? What you think?
I'll keep playing and pushing for that wild card spot. So we'll have momentum coming into next year. Sitting C-Mac, if you sit C-Mac, he'll lose momentum. C-Mac is the type of player that has to have the ball. Well, not has to have the ball, but if he get the ball consistently throughout the game, it gets better. He'll probably get 5 yards. And the next he'll get 10. Then he'll go off for 20. Then he'll go off for 30. It's like a progression. I wouldn't sit him. We can at least still push for that wild card spot because Atlanta ain't doing too well. Saints are starting to fall back down to earth. We'll push for that wild card spot. I would keep playing.
What about you, TJ?
I'm going to agree with Maul. We got our bye week coming up. Let's let everybody get a little more healthy. Let's let Cam settle in. This bye week is going to be big for us. I think our defense still a top 3 defense in the league, but they have to come together and play better. I feel like we need to work C-Mac more out of the slot, open up the middle of the field. We got DJ on one side, Robbie on the other side. Let's work C-Mac in the slot. We got Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Let's get Chuba some more totes with the ball. Chuba's a great backup running back, but I feel like we can scheme a lot better with C-Mac and Chuba both out there. Trimble's a great young tight end. We got the pieces. Let's take this bye week, get back focused. Let's try to make a push. That window is closing. But if we finish strong after this bye week, you never know. But this year wasn't expected to be a playoff year for us anyway. This was our rebuilding, to start our rebuilding. The defense is looking great. Now this year, this offseason, you take care of that O-line, solidify that quarterback position. And I like what my Panthers are doing. I love it. I don't like the losing, but I like what we're doing for the future. And Matt Rule, you better get it together because, hey, that seat getting warm. It ain't hot, but it's getting warm.
It's about that time. It's about that time.
Hey, if you gotta go, then you gotta go. Apparently so. But since we talking about football, I did want to dig into you guys' mental a little bit. Y'all already know it's almost playoff time. We talked about it a little bit. But what NFC and AFC, you can have one for both if you want to, but what matchups are you hoping to see, regardless of the round, anything? What matchups are you hoping to see come playoff time? I'm gonna start with you, TJ.
I want to lock in my NFC AFC championship game. Lock in. This is what I want to see. I want to see Bucks, Packers in the NFC, and I want to see Chiefs, Patriots, AFC. That's what I want to see. NFC, I took those are the two powerhouses, Tom Brady and Rodgers, both on your last legs. Well, maybe not Tom Brady, but I want to see them both still playing great football, clash it out one more time because we might not get to see it again. And for the Chiefs and the Patriots from my AFC, these were two teams that we counted out early in the season. They both picked it up. They're looking like great football teams. They both got the momentum coming. And who's to say the Patriots won't beat the Chiefs and the Bucks beat the Packers and we see Belichick versus Brady in the Super Bowl? That's my lock right there. That's my lock.
I like it. I like it. What about you, Ma? What you got?
I see. I'm not
Well,
gonna
like,
go.
damn, TJ just came with some fire.
Right, facts. I can't take that route now. I
Good,
gotta
I
take
ain't
something
gonna lie,
different.
that did sound kind of hard.
That sounded hard. Like the clash of the Titans for the last time. That sounds great. But I'm gonna go Arizona and Green Bay in the AFC Championship. That's what I would like to see.
NFC.
NFC. I would like to see that. Let's see if Kyler Murray can real deal get over that hump of the greatness. I don't think Tom Brady's going to make it back to the NFC Championship. That's just my opinion. I seen last night. They look like they're going to be struggling.
You
as they
betting
get
against
into
the
a higher-
GOAT?
Brady is the GOAT, but even GOAT struggle. But AFC,
I ain't never
I
seen
wanna-
a GOAT struggle to get up a mountain.
some do. Hey, not all make it to the top. Not all GOATs make it to the top. But AFC, I would love to see the Bills in Baltimore. AFC Championship,
What?
I would love to see the
You
Bills
didn't
in
pick
Baltimore.
your Chargers or your Big B's?
Wow.
Big B's fell off so horribly, so bad. And the Chargers, they're still getting there. Justin Herbert, maybe the moment would be too big for him because he has some of those moments where it's like, okay, maybe now the moment is too big for him. But the Bills and Baltimore in that scenario, going to Baltimore, that's going to be a game. I would like to see that.
Who you got winning those? Come on now.
I got Green Bay beating Arizona, and I got the Bills beating Baltimore.
So you got Green Bay and the Bills in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, in the Super Bowl. Potentially.
Beanie Drews, what's good with the news?
Your mic is muted, Jules.
We unmuted now. I'm gonna put it like this. Tom Brady is the GOAT. We have stats that Tom Brady is a Titan. He got armor on, correct? But armor hadn't penetrated. This season, that armor has been penetrated. And I think TJ said it, Green Bay, Bucks, but I think the team that could probably beat the Bucks before the Bucks even get to the NFC Conference Championship might be the Cowboys. Dak said they was going to see him again, and they could see each other again. And it may be different this time, but my NFC, lock it in. Packers, Cowboys, NFC, but I got Packers in that one. And then the AFC, I'm gonna go back to week 5, 6, 4 matchup. Bills, Chiefs. With the way that it's panning out right now, I don't know. I could see it being played in Buffalo or in KC, but I'm going with my Chiefs winning that game. And the matchup that we wanted to see earlier in the season, Rodgers and Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Locking it in.
I'm with that. Well, you guys already know I do like the scenarios though. First and foremost, I like it. The only thing I don't like is that Dallas and Green Bay NFC Championship, blah blah blah. Other than that, I can see it real deal. I can see all of those real deal potentially happening. But what I want to see myself is obviously Ram Nation finally gets over the hump of Tom Brady in the playoffs. Might not be in the Super Bowl because we're in the same conference now, but we finally get over that hump. Brady has been destroying us in the playoffs. consistently. So finally getting over that hump. In the AFC, me and Drew's basically thinking the same. I got Chiefs and Bills. I want to see that matchup. I'm hoping that the matchup is in Arrowhead just for the simple fact that I want to go to it. But if it's not in Arrowhead, it's gonna be a tough win out there in Buffalo, sir. But I'm gonna give my Super Bowl prediction. We finally get over that hump of Tom Brady. It's still Rams and Chiefs in the Super Bowl. That's been my prediction from the beginning of the season, and it's still a possibility. So that's what I'm most excited for, jumping into the playoffs coming up soon. But we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to go to the NBA. It's team check-in. That's what we calling it, team check-in. How's your team been doing through the first quarter of the season? We're about a quarter through already. So I will take this off and start it off. My Laker Nation is 11-11. We're 8th in the West. Our defense is horrible. And we need to start finishing games. We are not the finishing, closing team that we were a year ago or 2 years ago. Even last year, we finished games better than the way we're finishing games this year. Last night, we almost lost another 19-point lead to the Detroit Pistons, almost let them come back in the fourth quarter, even when the game going down to the wire. That should not be happening with Laker Nation. I done seen it too much with OKC. I done seen Chicago come and work us. This is not ideal for us. Okay, we got to start getting together. But we are 11-11. Tied for number 8 in the West, one game removed from the 5 spot because 6, 7, and 8 are all in the deadlock tie right now. But let me come to Charlotte real quick. Tell me how y'all team's doing, man.
If I could go, last time I checked, I think we were 6 in the East, like 6 in the East. We still haven't found that identity because we don't have a big man still to really hold down that paint for us. But with 6 in the East, doing pretty well, doing better than people think that we're gonna do. I like where we sit. We can jump a little higher, but that's the Bulls. But we can jump a little higher.
What's up, TJ?
Maul is correct. We are 6th in the East. I think we have found our identity. We are a run and gun team. We are high paced. We are a little baby Showtime out there with Melo running the point. We got Scary Terry playing good, but Maul was correct. We do need a big man. I would love for us to pull a Dwight Howard from the Lakers. I don't know why, but Dwight had a great year in Charlotte a couple years ago. I think he's a great anchor defensively. He will not have to do too much, and he can catch lobs from LaMelo all day long. LaMelo is the face of this franchise, averaging 19, 8, and 8 so far. Miles Bridges, leading scorer with 20. Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward both putting in 17. Kelly Oubre is doing great off the bench. He averaging 15. But what I want to get into is these Hornets stats. We are 7-2 at home. So, when you come to Charlotte, get ready to take some L's. We're playing great at home. We 8-2 over our last 10. We are first in 3-point field goal percentage as a team. We first in points per game as a team, 5th in steals, 3rd in assists. The only thing that I want to see my Hornets improve on is free throw shooting. We are 28th of 30th in the league in free throw shooting, and we still need a big man. Milwaukee just signed Boogie to a 1-year deal, I do believe. I feel like we could have used Boogie on a nice little 1-year deal, pick up a center, either get Dwight or get Miles Turner. We need, or DeAndre Jordan. I'll even take old DeAndre. Y'all ain't using him out there.
DeAndre been balling while you talking. No, DeAndre been balling. He's been a good defender for us. And so has Anthony Davis, and so has Dwight Howard.
So what's your definition of balling from DeAndre?
Defense, using his length, using his size to protect the rim and grab rebounds.
So that's balling?
Yeah. Numbers, so DeAndre Jordan?
Numbers-wise, is he balling?
Yeah. You talk about as far as his expectations, right? Yeah, he's balling. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
So that's balling?
Yeah, he's balling. He's balling. In his role, he's doing great. Yeah.
So he a good role player?
Yeah, he is.
So he a bum?
I didn't say he was a bum.
I'm asking, is he a bum?
No, he's not a bum.
So he's an all-star.
No, he's not an all-star.
But
So
just
what
because
is,
he's not an all-star don't mean he's a bum though.
so what's in between an all-star and a bum?
Average.
I mean, you got a lot of things.
So how you balling if you average?
A bummy all
You can be a
How
borderline.
you balling if you average?
You can be a borderline. You can be a borderline all-star. You can be.
So
you can
DeAndre Jordan, a
average and
borderline
still be balling.
all-star. So
You can
DeAndre
still
Jordan
be
is a
average. I
borderline.
just said you can still be average and still be a
So
ball.
is DeAndre Jordan a
No,
borderline
he's
all-star?
a role player now. He's a former all-star level
We
player.
talking about. Oh, let me pull up his numbers. Come back to me. Let me get his numbers up.
Go ahead.
But TJ, I'm with you on that. We need to shoot for Miles Turner. Miles Turner, like he can fit in our offense. Yeah, I will be shooting for Miles Turner.
All right. Well, while TJ is looking that up, Bruce, we're gonna come to you. What's going on in the world of the Nuggets?
We're currently 10 and 11, 9 and 10, sitting 10 and 10th in the West right now. Not a good spot for us to be. I had, high hopes for us coming into the season. We had a good Jokic. He's now battling an injury. I do believe he's coming back tonight, though, still with Jamal Murray that coming off an injury, pending his return to the league and to the game. I personally think that we had necessarily, without Jokic on the floor, we don't have a playmaker at all. I think Michael Porter Jr. has the talent and the ability to be that playmaker, but he has to step up. When Jokic is not on the floor, he has to step up. He has to be, and even without Murray on the floor, he has to step up and be, the next man up to get at least 20 points and at least double-double. A double-double for me would be cool from him because you're going to get it from Jokic regardless. You get it from him regardless. Whether it's 15 and 10, 25 and 10, he going to get it. And then when Murray comes back, the offense gets rolling, it's just a different story. But we talking about Michael Porter Jr. and I can't remember the Bones. I can't remember his name. He got to get hot too. He got a nice little jumper, but he got to get it rolling too. Because without Jokic and without Murray, we just don't have an identity to be able to compete in games, and it just looks bad, especially within the first quarter of the season, and teams is fighting for playoff spots already. Like you got a lot on the line, and if you have a history of repeatedly making the playoffs, you kind of keep that up because you don't want to miss the playoffs, then be out of your streak, and then you don't know what happens in the offseason. Injuries happen, trades happen, this, that, and the third, and then you come back and you don't make the playoffs for a second, third, fourth year, and it's just like, okay, well now we're about to be in a whole rebuild. So with those two elite talents coming off injury, I think the Nuggets can get back into the mix in the West, and then we could really start seeing some things. But they got to come back first.
I noticed something when I was watching the Lakers and Pistons game last night. That boy Diallo, he was suited up for them, and I was like, hold on a second, didn't he used to be a Denver Nugget? Like, cause I didn't know that y'all got rid of him. He was a baller. He was a good piece to y'all team. I thought he was gonna be something to build around. I don't know if something happened with the Aaron Gordon trade, maybe, but I was shocked to see him outside of Denver. I didn't even know he got traded.
I believe the Aaron Gordon trade is what sent him. Because I want to say that was a 3-team trade between Orlando and the Pistons, I guess. So, but he was balling. He was balling. I think if we could, I would like to see a trade happen and we go get somebody to run our second unit, because obviously Jokic and Murray's going to run the first unit. That's obvious.
But if we could go get somebody to run the second unit, we'll be straight. I don't know who. I need to let me see a couple games, and then I'll be able to tell y'all. All right, cool. We gonna go get him.
Okay, you putting some people on the hot seat. I feel it. TJ.
Can't hear Stu.
Can you hear me?
Yo, now I can hear you.
Oh, okay. TJ, what's up, brother?
What's up? What's the question?
Oh, I thought you wanted us to come back to you, brother.
Oh, who balling better, Dwight or DeAndre? Since we talking about balling.
Who's balling better? I mean, I would say
DeAndre starting. And DeAndre is y'all starting.
DeAndre's a starter, but I would say Dwight only because Dwight don't play as many minutes.
They play the same amount of minutes.
But he don't play as many minutes in the key factors of the game. Like even last night when the game got close, the game got tight, I always see Dwight Howard get subbed out. They always put DeAndre Jordan back in. That is something that's confusing me. And honestly, I don't know why we don't have Dwight starting. I felt like Dwight is a real good fit toward to be starting next to Anthony Davis just because he gives you another person that can actually put the ball in the rim outside of just lobs. But on the defensive end, DeAndre Jordan came up big last night. Back-to-back blocks, then with another block followed by Anthony Davis. So, I mean, I like both of them, man. Regardless of which one you start, I would be fine with it. But for some reason, the Lakers chose DeAndre Jordan. But I will say DeAndre Jordan has been balling.
So according to you, who's balling better? If the numbers don't matter, or do numbers matter?
I mean, it depends on how you're looking at the numbers. That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's key game stuff that really boils down when it comes to us because we haven't been finishing games, finding out the right lineups and finding out the right rotations to put on the floor. But I have not seen him, Frank Vogel, who's on the hot seat, by the way, I haven't seen him create a rotation yet where Dwight was a starter. He's been going with DeAndre Jordan, and it's been confusing to me because I felt like Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis play real good together. But
I feel like Dwight would be a better fit in Charlotte. That's my key point.
That's because you want him.
No, I just feel like he would be a better fit. He would average more points, average more rebounds, and be a bigger contributor to our team than he is in LA.
I just feel like since we got DeAndre, we're not using Dwight enough. That's my personal opinion. Maybe the Lakers organization sees something different in DeAndre Jordan, but I feel like we're not using Dwight enough. And hey, I don't want to.
Hey, we'll do Plumlee for Dwight straight up.
Straight up.
Good.
Plumlee can put the ball on the floor.
Don't
ball in the basket.
Don't look at me like that. No.
What school he went to? We're going to talk about it.
Don't look at the camera like that, Ma. He talking to you. What school he went to?
He went to Duke. he went to Duke. Let's not talk about the past. Let's talk about right now. Let's talk about right now. Number one. We be the number one team.
Starting five? We talking about right now. Who your starting five, Ma?
Talk to him, Ma. I know you
got. Huh?
I know
you're starting five.
You want me to name the whole starting five?
Yeah.
It's not on my mind right now. Come back to me later. It's not on my mind right now. Come back to me later. It's not on my mind. Come back to me later.
We're not talking about later. We ain't talking about then. We talking about right now.
Come back to me later.
I ain't talking last battle. I'm talking right now. I slap a pump boy right now. Let's talk, Mom.
Come back to me later. Come back to me later.
My man Ma said, you want the whole starting five?
It's only
right now? Right now?
More than 5 people.
Come back to me later.
For the whole roster. Starting five.
Hey, come back to me later.
Give me three, Ma. Give me three. Give me three.
No. I'm not thinking about that right now. Jamal's shutting off. I don't know who you're talking to. I'll come back to you later.
Oh, man. You making Duke look bad.
Who's the leading scorer?
Signing off.
Oh my God.
Wait. No, I know that. Hold on, wait. It's not coming to mind right now.
Y'all just beat.
Oh,
Hold on. Y'all just beat the number 1 team in the nation, and you can't tell me y'all starting 5 or y'all leading score?
I just watched the highlights and then went to sleep, bro. Real shit. I did. I watched the highlights and went to sleep. I was at work when they were playing.
Hold on. Stu, come back. Come back, Stu. Stu and Drews. This is for y'all. Hold on. I gotta understand this. I have to understand this. If your team just upset the number 1 team in the nation and you call yourself a fan, would you not watch that game? Even a little piece?
I'm not even a fan of your school and I watched it.
I said that. I watched highlights and then went to sleep.
Why didn't you watch the game? You're not a Duke fan.
Okay, we can talk about that later off Zoom, but I had other stuff that's going on that I couldn't watch the game at the moment. I got other stuff. I got other stuff in the works. Slow down. I got other stuff going on.
Okay. Talk. I'm here to be over everybody. If y'all didn't know, Carolina over everybody.
You know what's going on. I had other stuff going on. My mind is.
I'm
in lock-in mode.
What's y'all record now?
What's the Duke record?
Yeah.
They haven't lost a game. They're undefeated.
They undefeated, right?
Yeah, they haven't lost a game.
How many of those undefeated games you didn't call? Because you said that you stopped watching them because it wasn't interesting. It's looking interesting in Duke right now because they're 5-0.
No. I didn't say I stopped watching because they wasn't interesting. I said they stopped watching. I said I stopped watching because that whole COVID thing. The whole team had COVID.
It ain't COVID no more.
Right. But now I got other stuff piled on top of it, bro. I'm focused on so many different things. I'm locked into what we already discussed off Zoom.
That was a couple days ago. What about the other game?
It was still more stuff that I'm locked into.
You're not a Duke fan. I'm not even talking Duke with him no more.
I'm a Duke fan. I just got a lot of stuff that I'm locked into.
Name me 2 of y'all starters. 2.
Roach and God, what's his name?
You better name the one.
What is his name?
Oh my.
It's not coming to mind. It's not that I don't know. It's just not coming to mind, bro. I got a lot of stuff.
I've probably watched one Mizzou game
going on up in the
this
brain.
year, and I can name 2 players, two starters on the team.
It's not to say that I'm not a fan. I just got a lot of stuff going on in the brain.
Name me 2, Stu. That's not Kobe.
Amari Davis. No, I gotta say him because he's the best player. Amari Davis.
People.
Huh? What you say?
5 starters. I just said don't name that one. It's 4 more.
I know, but he our best player, bro. I want to give him some love. He hard.
What about you? Got to give the other people love.
I said Amari Davis. He hard too.
That's 1.
That's 2, ain't it?
Nah, Kobe don't count.
Well, shout out to the other Brown brother because they brothers on the team.
He said if Kobe won't there, I'll be starting. Talk.
Hey, that boy Kobe, he actually looked nice, even though we've been getting busted, but he been looking nice.
He the next Michael Porter Jr.?
No. But he might be able to sneak into one of the later rounds of the draft. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and close this show. Hey, it's your boy, Stu. Stay finessing, always repping. Magic in the background with LeBron and Kobe. I hope y'all fellas have a good day. What y'all got for me, Ma? Knowing most of it all.
It's your boy Maul. It's your boy Maul. Know it all. Such a face, Benny Drews. It's the B over everything. Let's rock.
TJ.
It is the B over everything, but bump Williams, bump Kells, bump Roach, bump all of them. It's Carolina Tar Heels over everybody.
Beanie Drews.
Hey, it's your boy Beanie Drews over here, rocking and rolling in KC. Hey, we off the bye week. Broncos, we gonna see y'all on Sunday. And if you don't know what Sunday is, check your calendars.
What they playing at?
They are playing in Arrowhead.
With that,
we finna close out the season. We finna close out the season and get the dubs. And Everybody
Clean
gonna
sweep
come
rest of the way.
Clean sweep.
Ooh, he said it first.
Oh, where your cinnamon at?
You heard it live. The cinnamon in the house. Maul ain't shave his beard. He owe me that
Hey,
too.
you ain't swallow no cinnamon. Stop.
Hey, we got tomorrow. We got tomorrow.
It's all good.
I'll
Guess
take-
what?
I'll take
He got your
cinnamon,
boy
you give me your
Maul.
beard.
Maul know most of it all. He will be hosting tomorrow.
But you don't know shit about Duke.
So
You don't know shit about Duke.
Facts.
I got so much more stuff going on in my head. I'll get to that later. Locked in.
You ain't never know nothing about Duke, so it ain't nothing to
Yes, I
cloud
did.
over. You never
Yes, I
knew.
did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Did
Yes,
they
I
win?
did. Yes, I
On
do.
what
Yes,
show?
I did.
On
And
what
yes, I do.
show have you brought Duke facts?
I haven't really spoke Duke facts because again, my brain is in a million different places more than any one of you niggas.
I
I'm
doubt
in a
it.
million different places.
I doubt it.
I'm in a million different places. I'm sitting here right now, but my brain is in a million different places.
And ain't
So
not a piece of it is thinking about Duke. Not a piece of it.
no. It does think about Duke. That's why it's in a million different places. I'm
So what
sitting
can you tell-
physically
so what
right
can
here
you
in front of
tell-
y'all.
If
But
I didn't know
mentally, I am
nothing
in a
about
lot of
Duke,
different places.
if I didn't know nothing about Duke, what could you tell me about Duke? If you wanted to sell me to come to Duke University, what could you sell me about Duke?
I wouldn't sell you. You see, I'm on Zoom. I can't do that. I would. I wouldn't try to sell you, like, because I'm a Duke fan. I got my personal reasons why I'm a Duke fan. I don't care if anybody else would want to join me. I will have to
No.
come back. I'll
You
come back to
said
you and be
you
like,
like
I
Duke
got
because of
this fact, I got
JJ
this fact,
Redick.
I got this fact.
You
Huh?
said you like Duke because of JJ Redick, right?
No, I said I fell in love with Duke because I watched. I'm not sure if it was a live game, but it was a tape game or a live game, but it was Grant Hill that made me fall in love with Duke.
So you fell in love with Duke or Grant Hill?
Duke, because I like the colors too. I love the dark blue.
Kentucky
dark
wear
blue.
dark blue.
can I come back?
I didn't pay attention to Kentucky. Didn't even know what the hell Kentucky was.
What I gotta do? What I gotta do to put in the application, man? What I gotta come down next? I gotta come to a game or something?
What, to be a Duke fan?
Yeah.
You according to Maul, you just gotta like the colors and like a player. You like the blue?
It's official.
Hey, come on over, Stu. Come on over.
Wow.
I'm not the ambassador. I'm not the ambassador. You can do what you please.
I'm the ambassador for my Tar Heels.
Hold on, wait. Let me ask. TJ, can I become a
ambassador.
Cowboys fan?
No.
Not
Drew,
playing.
can I become a Kansas fan?
No.
Ask Maul.
You
Ask
club?
Maul.
Yeah, can I
Ask
become a
Maul.
Kansas fan?
Hey, bro, I'm not the ambassador for. I don't care.
Hey, I'm hopping on board. Hey, go ahead and mark me down, guys. They'll be my second team.
Cause I'm a Carolina Panther ambassador though.
So what makes you a Carolina ambassador for the Panthers?
I've been I've been a Panther fan since 2003.
And when did you start watching them Grant Hill tapes?
See, I don't remember my bad. Crap, I don't remember the year, honestly. I don't remember the year. I know
If
it
you
was
had to-
cassette tapes. I know it was cassette tapes out. And I was watching them with my cousin.
So
I don't
early
remember the year.
2000s.
Probably. It probably was the early 2000s.
So why you not a Duke ambassador?
Because I follow football way harder than I follow basketball.
Duke got a football program.
Yeah, but their football program is not good.
So if they not good, you're not gonna rock with them. You only rock with them when they good. That's
No.
the point we've been trying to make.
No,
Because
no,
Stu
that's-
just clearly
that's not the
said
point. No.
last year you said
No.
it was a lot
When it-
going on. No, y'all
when it
was
comes-
sorry.
when
Now
it
y'all
comes to-
undefeated. Now y'all undefeated for a little bit in this. Duke. What about now? Did he not
When
just say, what about
when
now?
it-
We asked
when
him,
it
who are
comes-
your starters now? And he got quiet.
When
Shut
it
up.
comes to basketball, it's a different for me. It's a difference. Because
But you
basketball
just
is
started
different.
liking the Hornets.
Because I didn't even watch basketball like that.
You just said you watched the cassettes back in the day. You fell in love with Duke basketball, so you did watch basketball.
I'm not telling you
Did
that
he
I
get
watched.
on the show and say, we've been watching Carolina and Duke rivalry since we was little? Ain't that watching
were.
basketball?
We were.
So why you weren't watching the Bobcats
If you live
back
in
then?
if you live in Carolina, whether you're a Duke fan or a UNC fan or a State fan or any type of fan of a Carolina college basketball team, you watch Duke and UNC go at it. No matter if you're a fan of either one of the teams, you have to watch that game.
So so according to you, when a team from Carolina is doing good, you rocking with them then?
No.
That's your
No. That's a lie because I was rocking with the Panthers when we only won one game.
So
that's a whole lot.
But you said you start watching everything back then, but you're an ambassador for Carolina, but you're not an ambassador for Duke. But
no,
then you say
no, because I don't follow basketball like that. I don't.
So you follow football like that.
I follow NFL football way harder than I follow college basketball or NBA basketball.
What about Duke football? That's your college team. You like the colors, and you've been watching them since Grant Hill's tapes. You love football.
I don't follow college football like that. I said NFL football, not college football.
So you don't like Duke football, but you like Duke basketball.
Yeah.
Because Duke football sucks.
It's not because they suck.
You just said that. You just said it.
No. You asked me. You asked me, do you like Duke football? I said, no, they're not really good. That's not why I don't follow them. I just don't.
The hot seat is hot.
Why don't you follow them? I want to know your reason.
Because I don't want to. I don't do. I'm about to cuss again. I don't do stuff I don't want to do.
But I'm asking, why don't you follow Duke football?
Because I don't want to. I don't want to. There's no real reason. I just don't want to do it.
So why do you follow Carolina Panthers football?
Huh?
Why do you follow Carolina Panther football?
Because I want to.
But why?
Well, man, Steve Smith made me fall in love with Carolina football. His funkiness, his fight, all of that made me fall in love with Carolina football. I was watching football before the 2000s, but I didn't understand what I was watching until I sat down and watched it by myself. No, I watched it with a guy I consider like my grandpa. His name was Jimmy, and he was a big Carolina Panther fan. I didn't really understand it until I watched it with him, and I was like, oh, snap. I like this team. And they in Carolina, I'll take it.
But when it comes to Duke now, when they suck,
they can be good, they can suck. I don't care to follow college football.
We talking about their basketball, though. We talking about their basketball, though. Now we talking about their basketball. When they bad is, I don't got time or I got so much other stuff to do.
If they're bad and they're doing good right now, and you ask me a shitload of questions, I'm like, not a shitload, a crap load of questions.
I asked you one. I asked you to name the starting five because you got hyped when Stu said that y'all was undefeated.
Let me
phrase that. You got hyped when Stu said they, not y'all, they are undefeated.
That's the most that I know right now because, again, my brain is in a million different places.
But you know they undefeated.
Yes, because it shows up on my news feed.
And you ready to praise it. We undefeated.
Yeah,
but you don't know they started.
It shows up on my news feed. But
you ready to put your pom-poms on, but you don't know who scored them points for y'all to be undefeated.
If I sit down and real deal focus on it, I could, but my mind is in a million different places while everything is going on. I'm paying attention to at least 6 different things right now. Give me some time and let me look over it. And I'm about to cuss again. Give me some time and look over some stuff, and I'll come back. But
no. 6 games in, ain't we? We about 6 games in.
I haven't focused on it.
You was hyping them before we even started the show. You was hyping Duke. You was hyping Duke before we even started recording in my bag show.
Are we gonna cut this off? Because my phone's dying. It's gonna cut off on y'all. I'm at 2%. I'm at 2%.
You think we don't got a million other things to think about too?
Hey, I don't care. Look. I'm at 2%. It's gonna cut off on y'all. So are we ending it? I'll holler at y'all. I'm at 2%.
We already did.
You can cut off with your 2% Android. Apple gang is still here. We in our bag.
I didn't charge my phone last night.
I
was too busy sliding. And y'all know what I'm sliding in. I was too busy sliding. And y'all know what I'm sliding in.
You a State fan.
Hey, I was too busy sliding. to charge my phone. You know what I'm sliding in. I'm at 2%. Let me charge my phone.
Straight finesse and always repping, man. We gonna holler at y'all. Tune into another episode. We not done getting on his neck. Y'all stay safe.
Man, you ain't getting on no neck. Get on those eyebrows. I'll holler at y'all.